broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh, yeah! Coming into Gwen and Pharrell's new song, Spark the Fire. What's up, everybody? I am Chloe West, and this is The Voice After Show. And I am joined here by my two lovely little co-hosts over there.
Oh, she says we're lovely.
Aww. What is up, you guys?
Hey, I'm Christian Rosenberg.
And I'm Stephanie Giorgi. What's good, what's good?
And Chloe's sparkly today.
I am a disco ball, I must say. So you guys, this is the finale. This is a big deal.
This was a big deal.
This is a big night. Like, The Voice did something really cool this season, which they haven't done in previous seasons, and we're going to talk about all of the new singles that all of the artists recorded. And it's kind of like it's about time that they did this.
Yeah, why did it take them 7 seasons to be like, oh, wait,
because
it might be good if we do an original song?
Well, because it would have been mimicking American Idol too quickly. You know, they kind of had to go through their own transitions first, even though this is a little bit different, but I think that's
it's different. I think this is cool. Yeah, they figured out what they needed to do, and Idol gives, you know, I don't know if everyone remembers the very first season of American Idol,
right? But
they recorded the same song. Where this, everyone gets their own individual song, and their coach picks it. Mm-hmm. So, like in Craig's instance, he is a very similar singer to Blake, and Blake had a song in his arsenal that he gave to Craig, which is super cool.
Yeah,
so they know it's like well written, and it's a real single that'll do well on the charts, which I think is cool. So let's get into it.
Well, real quick, before we get into it, I wanted to find out from you guys, because last week I asked my imaginary friends that I did the show with, and they all agreed with me, but this wild card that we had this year, adding the 4th person to the finale, where technically anyone in the final 12 had the shot of getting in. I wanted to know what you guys thought, because I personally thought I don't like that idea at all.
I like the idea because I always love when someone comes back, but the fact that Damien came back, he was the wild card, just proves that it doesn't work. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it proves that the voting system is working, and obviously he had the 4th most amount. You know, he had the 4th most amount of votes. So that's why he was 4th place, and so he's the wild card. You know, those same people are voting for him to get him in. Is that enough for him to win? Mm-hmm. We'll see tomorrow, but I don't think so. What do you think?
I think and like we were saying, how Damien got in, the fact that we've talked about on the show, we forget these people because we haven't really gotten the chance to learn much of their story. So all of a sudden, you're giving us a chance, hey, you can vote for this person who was the first one eliminated on the live shows if you really wanted them back in. But all we all know at this point is this guy who just got eliminated.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to
He's fresh in your mind.
He's fresh in the mind. So we're just
and you feel bad, you're sad, you miss him, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see how he does, but I don't know. You like the idea, but did it really work? Not really.
But see, I don't like the idea, because then what's the point of eliminating anybody? Like, I say, if you really want this wild card, you have all 12 of them every week, the top 3 in votes automatically advance, then you do the wild card. So we got to know everyone and watch all of them progress. When you're eliminating someone each week, then all of a sudden you're giving them another chance, then what's the point of someone being eliminated if they still can be in the game?
I think it actually just was the voting process. I think if it was, I'm surprised that someone else didn't get brought back, but I just think that it just worked out this way, and it doesn't matter. The wild card is probably just to put more excitement in the show, something else to happen, something for competitive.
A little different, and because regardless, like you said, the votes are still going to be the same. It's going to be the same people voting, so it doesn't matter. But it's somewhat entertaining, or you just didn't care for it. It was a waste of time. I just thought, it didn't help showcase and almost like congratulate the 3 that got in. It's like, oh, well, you know what? This person got eliminated 6 weeks ago. That's an interesting point. We're going to give them a shot to be in the finale, even though you guys have worked your asses off for the last 2 months.
Okay.
Right. Interesting. All right, well, let's get into tonight's finale show. So for tonight's show, each contestant sang 3 songs. And we have 3 contestants on Team Adam, so it was very much a Team Adam night. He has a 75% chance of winning. That's pretty good odds, Adam. Congratulations. So each of them sang a duet with their coach. And they also sang an original song and then, you know, their own kind of solo that their coach chose for them. So let's start with Matt McAndrew. And him and Adam sang Lost Stars together, which is from the movie that Adam was in. I think it's called Begin Again.
Yeah.
And it's a movie based on music. I saw it. It's really great. Adam plays a musician kind of like himself.
That was a stretch.
Yeah.
You know what? He does a really good job for an acting debut. He never pulled you out. It was great. But
Good.
you guys can check out our Anatomy of a Movie for that whole thing. We'll stick with The Voice today. I loved this duet. I thought they were absolutely adorable together, and I fell in love with Matt McAndrew and Adam Levine as a duo. It was so great. What did you guys think?
I thought it was great, but also, you know how you, like earlier, Chloe said that this was kind of like the Adam show because of all his duets. I'll tell you what, Matt, he's just good with everybody. That just goes to show you how well of an artist he is because of how well he sounded with everyone. But Matt's my favorite. I love him so much, even though it's always been up between him and Chris. I don't know. And I might be biased because he was the nicest one to me when I did the red carpet, but I don't care. He's the best. I thought it was amazing.
It's interesting that you say Adam did well with everybody because on the carpet tonight, he called himself a chameleon. He was like, I just felt like I worked really well with each of the artists, so he like was having trouble finding, you know, telling us which one he liked better or which one was easier to work with.
It sounded
so it's funny that you could tell that you could see that when you were just watching through the TV because he even was like, I felt like I was a comedian or a chameleon.
Yeah, but that's my point. He sounded as if every person that he sang with, it sounded as if those were the 2 people like they were debuting themselves as a band. Because him with Chris, like, get out of here, you know?
Well, I mean, tonight almost was more showing off how talented of a musician Adam Levine is than anything else.
That was just by accident. It was inevitable.
Well, it was just because his team has dominated all season. But, I mean, what can we say about Matt that we really haven't said? The guy is insanely talented.
Adorable.
Yes. Absolutely.
This song right now is charting at number 11 on iTunes. So that's pretty impressive. Almost at the top 10. So number 11, congratulations, Matt and Adam. It's kind of cool that Adam's bringing this song back.
Yeah.
Because it was a big hit when the movie came out, but the movie wasn't such a big wide release that it didn't do as well. And so it's kind of, he's bringing it back to people, which is kind of neat. And then the next song that Matt McAndrew did was his original performance of Wasted Love. So what did you think, Steffi? You're loving it.
So good. It was so great. It was his sound, and this is why I'm so happy that The Voice did that, because with their original songs plus the video, because the video helps, because I watched both, showed you what kind of performance artists that they are going to be, and whether or not they're going to be marketable and everything else. So seeing Matt sing that song and knowing that it was original, and then seeing his little video for it was just proof to me, like, he proved himself. He's worthy of winning The Voice.
I think
it's
The Voice
just a matter of competition now.
Should have done this every season. It was incredible being able to watch and think about it. Now when these kids leave the show, they have a music video, they have a fully produced music video, and that's a lot of money, and they have a song written by great producers and musicians. Like, these are big time producers that they're working with. It's so cool. And plus they have their coaches there to help mentor them through the process. Absolutely. And you saw Adam giving notes. Like, he was not holding back, you know? It was cool. What did you think of this song?
I loved the rhythmic timing of this. Like, I loved a lot of triplets in it, which you don't hear very often in verses of songs of this speed. And it's a nice, like, chant. I like the choir, and it's a cool feel of a song. I honestly, when I hear the words "Wasted Love," I'm thinking even darker of a type of song. But that's just me nitpicking on the title. I mean, I loved it. I loved this performance.
He's so good.
I really like it. I'm surprised he chose to do a slower one. You know, instead of maybe doing a little more up tempo for your first song.
Sure.
I think this is a little bit risky, but
it's what he does well. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. On the train home, like for Thanksgiving and like a couple weekends, I've been going to San Diego. I've been listening to Andrew. I've just been like, he's just someone that you want to listen to like more. Like, you know, he sticks in my head. He's not forgettable. And I thought it was fine because it's his sound. And I was listening to his cover to Church and how he does those feel good songs, regardless of it being dark and wasted love. It just kind of puts you in this sentimental kind of like inspiring vibe.
Yeah.
So
he
that's
has
why
that
I like it. Raw
he
talent.
has that.
It's just so beautiful.
Well, and he also has the like artist kind of vibe. So I think if it was too dark, it wouldn't really match him.
Yeah.
Because he sort of has this. You know, you're like, oh, he's in love, or like, oh, he's sad, and you just like you love when he's sad. It's still cute.
Yeah.
You know, everything he does is very adorable.
It is. The way he performed a little bit, and I know this is a lot, and I probably shouldn't use the comparison, but he reminds me a little bit of Lennon. John Lennon.
Oh.
Wow.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I was nervous to say it, but he does because he's so good, and he's not someone that you find something good. He's not good for just the era that we're in right now. He's timeless. He's always going to be good.
Dang, Stephanie G is dropping crazy bombs over here.
Stephanie just announced that Matt McAndrew is the second coming.
Oh my God.
That is what she just announced.
It's a little heavy right now on the Voice After Show.
Right.
It's getting heavy.
Sorry.
Speaking of being heavy with this, though, guys, Wasted Love is number one on iTunes.
That's absurd.
It's number one.
It's number one.
It is 10:22 p.m. on the West Coast, and it's number one.
Number one. You heard it first on AFTERBUZZ TV.
Read all about it.
Extra. Actually, though, but we were able to tell Matt it was number one on the carpet, and he cried.
Did he?
You're the one who broke the news to him?
Adam did. Adam was right there, and we were like, it's number one. And so he told him, and he cried.
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh my God, I just got chills everywhere, and I want to cry too, and I want to hug him and hold him. Oh my God.
I mean, it's pretty incredible. He's number one on iTunes. Like, that's... It's his own single. That's what's cool about this, you know, is that they're still on the show, so they still have a strong fan base, so their single can be number one. It's beating Taylor Swift Blank Space. That's huge. Yeah. That's crazy.
That's because he's Matt McAndrew is good to both men and women. That's the best part about these artists. That's an interesting point. And like Blank Space, as much as it's good, it's for all the fangirls. I love that song. All the girls love it, but you know, Matt McAndrew has an eclectic sound, so I think that's the reason why people like to listen to him.
Well, it's just nice that they're able to put out their first single while still on the show.
So they're
able to get that.
Yeah, because then afterwards, all four of them, you know, they'll be doing performances here or there and be like,
well, they'll go on the tour.
Well, they'll have the tour,
which is hard though because you can't really promote yourself when you're on a tour because they're so busy. You know, so it'll be nice for them to be able to promote this. This is already out there in the world. It's going. It's building up steam. They're touring, and then they'll be able to do the stuff when they get back. You know, that'll be cool. Yeah. Next, he sang "Over the Rainbow," which I thought was really risky for Adam to give him.
What an incredible choice! And if there was anyone on this show that could do this song and do it justice, it was him.
Yep.
I agree with that too. It's a risky song, though. It's hard to be genuine singing this, but I think a quality that Matt McAndrew has that's really rare is he seems so genuine in everything he does. So, yeah, it was incredible. It was a great performance.
And every human being on this planet knows the words to this song. And so they all want to
sing it all the time.
They all want to sing along. But it's just like, all right, well, we got to be quiet and listen how he sings it. And it's just like... okay, he can sing it really good.
I loved the ending when he really went big with it.
Yes.
I thought that was so beautiful.
It was. I saw it first. So the way I watched the Voice this evening was like on live streams and everything because of whatever I had to do. And when I saw the title, I was like, wait, what? No. Just because this is such a broad song and it reminds me of every other artist who's singing and it's the credit song to every movie, you know. So I'm like, what is gonna happen? And then I couldn't believe it. I was like, you would, Matt. You would do perfect.
Yeah, it was a cool stage, too. All the stages tonight were really amazing. The Voice is bringing it out for the finale.
They are.
They are.
Finally, come on out.
This song right now is number 16 on iTunes. So it's still top 20. All 3 of his songs are top 20. I mean, you know, Matt's like, he's batting big up here. He's really getting it.
Killing it.
So let's get into the only remaining member not on Team Adam, Team Blake.
Wait, there's other teams on the show?
What? So Craig Wayne Boyd is the only country singer that's been left in the competition for a while. He was kicked out. You know, he was not chosen on one round, not chosen again in knockouts, and traded back and forth. Blake ends up with him. He's in the finals. That's pretty amazing. That just shows you that the saves are really working.
Yeah.
And worth it. Unlike what the wild card seems to be.
Right. But then these saves, it also has America get behind the person as well. It happened to Will Champlin a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
And it's clearly happening with Craig Wayne Boyd this season.
And I'm so excited for him. I love his story that he's really been really digging his teeth in Nashville. And I love that Blake really knows it too. And it seems like Blake knows it from a personal level. Like, this guy's really talented and he just needs a break. And this is his break. And so it's just awesome. You can really see how much Blake cares for him and really hopes that Craig does really well. And I think everyone does. I mean, it's easy to see that Craig is so talented. He's so talented on the stage. And I think if he learns to connect with the camera more, leaps and bounds.
Which is what I was going to say about his performance is, the good thing about Craig, he's like a good old boy, right? And he's become more and more so, especially with the influence of Blake, especially with him being humbleized during this show. But the one thing that's undeniable about him, and even in comparison to the other contestants, is how he performs, with the exception of his dead face, which I feel like I do catch ever since Jason brought it up. That's the only thing, though. And then tonight, I felt like his first big performance, it was so soulful, and I liked it. And he's as I'm saying, he's a good show guy.
Yeah. Well, let's get into his performance with Blake. They did Boots On by Randy Houser, which is a super fun song, and they were both up there with their guitars, and I thought they did a really fun version of this song.
Yeah, you can tell the two of them were just up there just having fun. To me, it almost was like Craig wasn't going up there. Craig wasn't going up there for the votes, for the downloads. He was like, I'm on the finale and I am performing with Blake freaking Shelton. I'm gonna have as much fun with this as possible.
I think so too. They seem, because I don't think they're very far in age, but they seem like they'll hang out, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is wrong to say, but I feel like sometimes country singers, when they, for the other performers, they perform and they're like, I need this, I want this, it's my career. Whereas, Craig, sometimes when he does perform, I feel like he's very more about the moment and about just, this is something that I do and I do it well, so I want to do it for all of you.
That's cool, yeah.
It's more almost genuine, and I think that's what comes across for everyone with him, and then with his performance with Blake, like you said, I felt like they literally just, let's do this, baby, come on. They're all southern about it.
They were doing it during the guitar solo. What do you thought? They were taking shots during the solo.
Totally. I love it. So his next song that he did was his...
Where's this charting?
The Blake one. Let's see.
I don't like seeing your finger scrolling farther down.
I don't see it, but maybe it's up here. Maybe I scrolled past it.
Maybe.
Dead air.
Yeah, I don't see it, so I don't know. I'll have to look through it. But his next song that he did, which is In Pictures, this, wait, did I skip one? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let's do his original performance of My Baby's Got a Smile on Her Face. Wow. This one in the music video. Did you guys watch the music video? Because it's awesome. Everyone should watch it. I love it.
This is a certified country single right here.
This is, I really think it's going to go to #1 on the country charts. And this song is, so the story of this song is it was, Blake Shelton has had it for a while, and Blake even said it's a really hard song to sing, which is why he hasn't recorded it yet. And he said,
here you go, buddy.
He knew it was for Craig. It was waiting for Craig Wayne Boyd to sing it. And it's this song I can find on the charts very easily because it is #2 on iTunes. So we have the #1 and 2 songs on The Voice right now.
Okay, get it? That's what happens.
Yeah.
Good. And ultimately, that's what we want. I'm so proud of them because, every year, The Voice they're right, but.
Yeah, no, this one I think is gonna hang out on the country charts.
This is gonna stick around.
It just sounds good. Like halfway through, I felt like I knew the chorus. I wanted to sing along.
Right.
It's gonna be good, and he owns this song.
It's a simple, catchy male country song that girls are gonna swoon over, guys are gonna jam.
They're gonna sing along. Yeah.
Well, what a relief to finally have a song that you can call yours and that everyone's gonna hear for this performance, and that when you deliver it, you could just deliver it the way you want with some coaching tips, and that's it.
And what I think about it is cool.
What an incredible feeling.
Yeah, the way that The Voice is doing, their original songs is like, this could easily have been a Blake Shelton huge single, huge hit.
Yeah, why was he just sitting on this song?
I mean, I think he was right. I think it was a really good song, and he didn't want to give it up, but he didn't think he was good enough to record it.
Right.
But it was one of those things, like, he knew it was a good song, so he didn't want to give it to anybody else. And then, obviously, he has a great relationship with his team.
Blake just gives everything to everyone on his team. He gives guitars.
Oh,
he's a good old
Blake
boy.
is easily one of the best coaches. I mean,
he is such a good man.
Danielle Bradbury, who was on the show tonight, is opening for Miranda Lambert with Ray Lynn. And we asked Blake, we were like, how's it seeing Danielle? And he's like, great, we're going to dinner later. Like, he just really is an amazing mentor, and he really, like, takes his team under his wing, I think, more than anybody else.
Without a doubt.
I'm telling you, that's a chivalrous man right there.
Yeah, it's
like
cool.
A good old boy, Southern love.
It was funny because, Danielle showed her tattoo on the show, and Blake was like, it's not my place, but I wish you would have asked me about it before. I'm going to give her crap.
Oh,
and it's so funny because he, like, cares, and, like, he's like, I know I'm not, my opinion doesn't even matter, but he's like, I'm still going to say something to her.
Absolutely.
It's so funny. It's great. So then the next song that Craig did was In Pictures.
I loved this.
And this is an Alabama song, and I thought this was so smart. Everybody loves Alabama, but also, man, could he connect to this. And this kid was there tonight.
Right.
And Gwen even said, she was like, you took me to a place tonight. Like,
he got the parents' vote from this song.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
I really think that this was a powerful song choice.
Yeah, and, like, he was nearly tearing up at the end of it himself. And it was, it's just... Because, again, the physical song really isn't that difficult to perform. But just the delivery of it is what sold it.
Yes.
Which is difficult about songs that are more simple.
And
how are you supposed to make it anything if it's simple?
I also like that Craig was sitting on a stool and still, because he was really pulling you in. Because he's a great performer. He's normally across that entire stage, jumping, running, doing so many things, still hitting all the notes. But I loved watching him sing a country ballad. To really sit down, and he just sounded like, Garth Brooks, like all the great country ballad singers. I really thought that he nailed it, and it's exciting. I really think Craig is going to have a huge country career.
I think so too. I feel like he might get pulled to open for someone this year for touring. I mean, who knows which country artist? But I can completely see it. If not Blake, I bet you one of Blake's buddies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree. I think that him going on The Voice was probably something that he was resisting doing because he'd been in the game for so long, but I think it's going to be the best thing that's ever happened to him.
And I think that's another reason why more people will pull him in, because they don't have to deal with the bullshit. He's already like a performer who's experienced, and he's older in age, which honestly helps so much. Imagine how many, like, what you have to go through with younger artists that don't know anything about life, and then to jump into this, like, he's just one of the other boys.
Totally.
They can invite him out. Let's go get some whiskey, baby.
I mean, I'd love to see him perform live. He seems like he puts on a great show.
And I'm not a country fan, but I would love to see this guy perform.
Oh, absolutely. And especially because I feel like I know him, so it's like, oh, my friend.
So cool.
Oh, my friend.
Hey.
Good for you.
Very cool.
When the hell did you turn Armenian?
So, In Pictures is charting number 14 on iTunes. So that's great.
So
Top 15.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, number 2 and number 14, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of iTunes, everyone, please go download our podcast and rate us 5 stars.
5 stars.
And you can rate and comment on iTunes as well as on YouTube. And soon we will be streaming live on YouTube, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
Obviously not for this show because this is our last show, but for future AfterBuzz shows, it will be very awesome to check it out on YouTube as well as on iTunes. So thank you guys so much. You guys were so awesome this season. we love like reading all your comments and stuff. And you know, season 8's coming up soon, so we'll be back soon. So don't even worry about it.
It's like season 8's starting like next week or something. Isn't it?
It is. I know.
It sure feels like it. It sure feels like it. So let's get into Damien, who is another Team Adam. We're back to Team Adam.
Back
to Team Adam. Thank you, Team Blake.
Yeah.
Thank you and bye.
Thanks, Blake, Pharrell, and Gwen.
Yeah. Pharrell and Gwen were chilling tonight. They had the easiest job.
They're like, we're going to applaud. I mean, hey, you did great.
They just got to enjoy the show. They were like, cool.
I know one of Pharrell's people didn't make it, but it's so funny to me how influential that man is, because I could not help but want to see every facial expression he was making to every single performance, because I felt like that was the person who mattered.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Because ultimately his job is to produce. Regardless, all these people are eventually going to want to work with that man.
Oh,
you know?
Well, I asked him on the red carpet last week. I was like, Pharrell, who of the top 5 do you want to collaborate with? And he was like, his first person out of his mouth, Craig.
Oh,
interesting.
Which I really think Pharrell is itching to do a country song.
I bet, because
he seems
Pharrell
like
is everything, man. You are the business.
He is. I love that. He is a business. So Damien, he sang with Adam, and he's saying, "Don't let the sun go down on me." And I thought this was right up Damien's alley. What'd you guys think?
I thought it was right up his alley, but it was weird. I felt, honestly, throughout Damien's 3 performances, I felt he was more uncomfortable than he's been all season.
Really?
I didn't feel the confidence that he's normally progressed.
Huh.
I felt there were a couple harmonies early on in this duet that seemed a little off, and I think when we get into one of his other songs, I felt like, at least when I watched it, that he forgot some words. Now, I could have just completely misread it, but we'll get to that. But
I didn't catch that, but that's happened before on the show.
Yeah.
This season, in fact.
Yeah.
I thought it was right up Damien's alley. But, you know, I mean, I guess this is why people are voting for him. They want to see him sing this. I just want to see him sing something else.
Well, that's why I've ultimately, like, because in my notes I said, same wonderful voice, just not one of my favorites. And I think the reason
it's
why
like he's not surprising us.
No, but and you know why? It's because this is what we do every Monday. This is what we listen to, and regardless out of this, it's like we do other kind of performing arts type things outside of the show. And I think for everyone else who isn't involved in the industry all the time, the way that we were saying that the unique artistry was getting old, I think everyone else is getting tired of it also and just wanted to hear a good voice again.
Oh, that's a good point.
I think that for the rest of the audience or for the viewers, that Damien was refreshing, whereas just to us, we're looking for something extraordinary, which, not that he isn't, he's just familiar.
Right, that's a good point.
He probably is refreshing to everyone else. He has to be. Look how far he made it. And he doesn't have a bad voice. We never said that he did, so.
Yeah. No, he's very talented. This song is charting number 29 on iTunes, which is great. I mean, hey, you're in the top 30 on iTunes. That's pretty impressive. But yeah, and he sang it great. He did. He really did. But I think that's a really interesting point, that maybe people, just want to hear a good singer.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
That is why you like these shows. Next, Damien sang his original performance of Soldier, and I gotta tell you guys, I was blown away. I was not expecting much from this, and I really thought that Damien took his own song and he lived every word of it on that stage.
But again, finally, is how refreshing to sing something of your own instead of you can't help but mimic artists.
I think it gave him a fire, knowing that this is his song.
Exactly.
I think he connected to it more than he's ever connected to any song. And Adam always talks about how good of a connection he gets. But I really saw the fire that it lit under Damien, and that was really cool.
And for me, it was the first time where I didn't hear gospel. And I was like, okay, R&B, I hear you.
Yes.
Finally.
Yeah. I agree. I was glad to. Maybe that's why it felt so.
Absolutely.
It's so refreshing and great, because I was like, oh, he's going to be like Neo. He's like a great R&B singer. I see it now.
I can hear him feature. I can hear him collaborate now. It made much more sense. And unfortunately, that's what happens when you sing covers.
Yes.
So.
Loved this song, and I loved his performance. This was probably my favorite performance of his all season, so he couldn't have picked a better time for it. I just feel he could have, even as much as he did connect to it, I feel even doing something as simple as the chorus, I'll be the soldier. If you just, I'll be your soldier. Like, just simply changing a word like that makes you feel more connected, because now it makes me feel like he's singing directly to you.
I like that. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's all it needed. Because otherwise you were with him along the way.
I loved it.
Yeah. And the video, who doesn't love rain in a music video, guys?
Yeah.
Slow motion and rain. It's needed.
Especially for R&B. You gotta bring it. Bring the emotion.
No doubt.
It's either that or like the slow motion water on the sink onto the face.
That's a straight up Neutrogena commercial.
That's Neutrogena, that and Genuine. Genuine would do that in every music video. Remember him?
You see, I can hear Damien do some song like, I spread your legs.
Yes.
I can hear.
Yes.
I can hear.
And I wonder if he'll get a little sexier, a little raunchier when he's not on.
Type music.
Yeah, when he's not on TV.
Get a little cockier now. It's like, hey, I can do this stuff now.
I'd like to see him do that. It would be cool. I would like that.
Yeah.
And that's what R&B is all about, y'all. Rhythm and blues,
Rhythm
making
and
it sexy.
blues. Exactly.
So Soldier is charting at number 9, so he's in the top
Nice.
10
Done.
Very
with
cool.
his, which is great. I mean, I love that they'll be able to be like, I was in the top 10 on iTunes with my first single. Hello.
Yeah,
not many people can say that. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. So let's get to the final contestant of the night, the cutie pie, Chris Jameson.
AKA Papi Chulo.
AKA I'm buying his album. Every one of his performances tonight blew me out of the water.
Oh, sorry, I did skip a song for you by Damien, but I think we've said all we need to say.
Yeah.
Okay. We're Chris Jameson. I'm sorry, guys. You want to talk about Jameson? We'll talk about it in the
We're
comments.
talking about J-Mo now.
Yeah, we're talking about Jameson. So, Adam Levine and Chris Jameson sang Lost Without You.
Oh my gosh, why did it make me go like that during the show? And one of our other co-hosts were around, and I was watching it, and I was watching on the tablet and singing the falsettos with my finger like I was conducting the performance. And I was like,
Robin Thicke has officially retired because this is who should have originally had the song.
You guys, my mom texted me, because she's watching it on the East Coast, so we're watching it at the same time, texts me and goes, please get a picture with Chris Jameson, because I loved his Robin Thicke cover. First off, moms love Robin Thicke.
because it's Alan Thicke's son, so they
love him. But I mean, it was steaming on that stage. It was coming out of the TV.
And it was still like similar to how Craig's performance. They just sat on the stools. They weren't doing anything. But just slowly, in both of their falsettos, with this type of song, with these type of lyrics.
Oh my God.
I was just like, all right, I'm a straight dude.
This is
making me all
You're not the only
stuff.
guy. You are not the only dude that had that reaction.
Yeah.
Not only is this song wonderful, Robin Thicke singing great, but who doesn't love a white boy that has pipes like that sings R&B songs like that can do Al Green covers and kill it? And like, are you kidding me?
That falsetto,
right?
Oh my God!
So
oh my God!
good.
I really love what Adam has done with Chris this season, and just made him into this sexy man.
He grew up on the show.
Who's like, hey, you can sing falsetto and still be a man.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of what Pharrell brought up. He's just like, when you did the Marvin Gaye song, all of us are just like, wait, we found something here.
Yes.
Let's expand on that.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say when I said Al Green, by the way.
Oh.
Same guy.
Yeah, we knew what you meant. So this is at number 7 on iTunes, and I can tell you, it was so smart for them to choose this song, because I don't have this old Robin Thicke song in my iTunes library. But now that they've reminded me of it, I'm like, oh, this is the one I want.
And it's better than Robin Thicke's.
I love their collaboration on it, because both of their falsettos are fantastic. I mean,
their harmonies are phenomenal.
That's literally what I wrote, is their harmonies were incredible. And that's what, man, Adam killed it too. I mean, I have to give him props on that performance also.
Adam has surprised me this season, actually, as a coach and as a performer. I'm a bigger Adam Levine fan.
Well, Adam's lucky because I think through all his coaching, he's been coaching himself. Like you have to teach
it's
us
like
to
you
learn
remind
again.
yourself of
To teach us to learn again. And so he's just learning all these things that he's showing other people and then applying it to his own career. So that's lucky of him. And I wrote also that Pharrell's face on it. When he was watching it, he was like, damn, killing it. Just, that's it.
Chris Jameson is so young. I think he's gonna, this finale, I really think these are the voice stars that we've been waiting for.
Yes.
This specifically, Chris, this is the guy.
This is the voice swag that I've been looking for.
Well, yeah, this is the guy that they want to market and be like, hey, we found this guy on The Voice. This is the newest heartthrob.
Totally.
And he came from The Voice.
Yeah.
So watch next season because we're going to have another heartthrob show up.
Yeah, well, when he sang Jealous by Nick Jonas,
it was a wrap.
That was like, you were like, oh, hello.
He blew up after that.
Yeah, and like, I think that was it. So his original performance is called Velvet.
This is going to be on Kiss FM tomorrow morning.
Oh my God, that video, the way that's my point. His swagger is on point. And again, it's the surprise factor with him. You just don't expect a white boy to move like that, nor sing like that.
And I really love how he has grown up, and he is just, I love this song too.
Like, it's so beautiful to see someone's confidence grow. It really is. It's like, it's inspiring and it's so nice. It's like, go ahead, man, do your thing.
And you're proud, you know? Like, as a fan, you're proud.
Absolutely.
And this is exactly the style of like a new coming pop or R&B singer. This is a style of music you want for your first single. Catchy, upbeat,
exactly.
Real nice hook. A simple name like Velvet for like the crowd to scream out.
Dude, radio song.
That's what I was saying. It's on Kiss FM tomorrow morning.
Exactly. Yeah. He's so lucky. If Ryan lets it happen, he's like, all right, this came from The Voice.
Who hosts the morning show on Kiss FM?
Ryan
Seacrest. That's my point.
Amp Radio is Carson Daly.
That's right. I mixed them up. That's what I meant to say. It's going to be on Amp Radio.
Amp Radio.
But Kiss FM, he'll do it too.
Right.
I mean, they'll have to if it's popular enough.
On 104.3. So.
Everyone's going to play it.
Right.
So this song is charting at number 4. So right now we have Wasted Love at number 1. My Baby's Got a Smile on Her Face, number 2. Taylor Swift still has the 3rd spot for Blank Space. But then The Voice again has number 4.
And
That's incredible.
Also has number 9. He's the only one with 2 in the top 10.
No.
Unless Matt McAndrew moved from 11 to 10.
Sorry. Chris Jamieson has number 7, Lost Without You.
Oh, so it's already moved up to 7.
And number 9 is Damien. And number 11 is Lost Stars, Matt McAndrew.
Okay, so he's got 4 and 7 right now.
Awesome.
Still killing it.
Yeah.
And then his final song, Justin Timberlake, the OG
song.
My boyfriend sang. He let him
sing. You looked up to the heavens when you said that.
This is my,
that's
dream.
My sister's man. I promise you. I almost have to defend it right now for you,
guys. Since I was like 6, not 6, but like 8. Justin Timberlake and I have been dating.
Right.
So, Anyway.
I feel like we should report him to the police then.
Well, with Cry Me a River, the best part is that, again, like I said, I see the titles first before I even see the performance. And when I saw that he was singing that, I was like, oh, so he made it. Like, you can't just, what I'm saying, is JT. It's like, I can't believe he didn't try to sing Mirrors or something like that. Because if that came, it's Justin Timberlake.
I gotta say, my favorite part of this song was watching Adam sing it in the rehearsal.
Right.
I was like, Adam's really good at this. I want Adam to cover Cry Me a River. Right. I want Adam and Justin to perform together.
Yeah, right.
I really want Justin to be the mentor for next season. Really bad. Like how Taylor Swift was this year. I really, 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 really want Justin.
So do you want him?
Really bad.
Okay. I couldn't tell.
No, I would
could not tell.
Oh my gosh, it would be amazing.
I would get on that email list. For every Monday, I'd show up and be like, I don't care, I'll sing. Like, do you guys need me help catering?
Yeah, it would, that would be incredible.
Not to mention performance.
Yes. No, but he'd be an incredible coach.
I think, though, with Chris Jamieson's performance for this, I do wish he was a little tiny bit more rhythmic. And just hitting all the downbeats, I think is the only thing that he lacked, because he is a singer naturally. So he was singing it, and he got great towards the end when it wasn't so rhythmic.
Felt it a little bit more.
Yeah, get in that pocket and just hit those downbeats. But that's just because I know the song so well, and I was wanting that. Otherwise, this is a tough song. This is a big JT hit. It's a dark pop song.
It is, because we all remember what happened.
Yeah. And so, it was I just thought he did a really good job. And I was excited.
I stayed quiet during that.
We know what happened.
I know what happened, too.
So Cry Me a River is also charting at number 12.
So I think overall,
Chris has the most up there. He's just not number 1, number 2. He's 4.
Which doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, number 1 is, if you're going to be anywhere in the top 10, it's either number 1, and then anything in between is fine. You're good.
Yes.
So he already has a top 5 position, top 10 position, and then top 15?
He's top 4, top 7. He's 4, 7, and 12.
4, 7, and 12.
It's pretty great.
That's really
I mean, The Voice is taking over iTunes right now.
They are.
It's taking over. Let's get into predictions, you guys. It's the finale.
It is.
And now,
Who do you think is going to win?
TV
Let's start with you. Rosie.
I think
I don't know.
Matt McAndrew, they said going into tonight, was the only artist with 3 songs in the top 10. Chris had 2, both from last week. All of a sudden tonight, now Chris already has 2 more, but Matt is number 1. I just think
It's also between, I think the same. It's between them two.
My brain wants me to say Matt, but I want Chris to win. So I'm going to say Chris because I think he is exactly what The Voice needs, and I think he would by far have the biggest mainstream career out of anyone we have seen on this show, period.
Interesting.
I will agree on that last comment. However, I would be happy for either Matt or Chris to win.
Yeah.
I don't care. And I think that Matt would do fine mainstream also because he has those locks of hair and that style that, so he's still not too poppy, whereas that might turn some people off, which what Chris has. But he's like, he has that.
I think what's interesting about Chris is he's not that poppy. You know, he will be like a pop artist, but he has that R&B thing going for him, you know, so it's not, he's not
like
bubblegum.
Robin Thicke, a younger Robin Thicke.
Right.
I think Matt and Chris are both tops, like can win it. The only thing is,
I think they're splitting. That country vote.
You think they're splitting?
They're splitting the votes, and I think Craig is going to pull in all of the Blake votes.
He will.
And I think,
and that's what I'm a
Craig
Blake fan, no matter what.
Might surprise and pull it out.
I think Craig is the type of person on this show where even if he doesn't win in the finale, he's going to be fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think Chris and Matt need to win.
Interesting. I just think, it's going to be, I'm excited because I think that those 3 guys all deserve it, all will do great, and I can't wait for tomorrow night to see who wins. Please comment below, guys. Let us know what you think. Let's get them in tonight so we can, talk back and forth before the finale tomorrow. Yeah. Where can they find you guys to chat about the Voice finale?
Find me on Twitter at Rosenberg so you can, tweet at me and talk about how correct I've been all season long. And I love doing this show. I always say it at the end, how much I love doing the show with you guys and Jason, who's not here. So he's dead to me. But whatever.
I actually did kill.
Oh, nice. Good job. So Chloe's going to lead next season. And, at Real Rosenberg. Follow me. Thanks.
Hey, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. It was so much fun. Shout out to everybody who's been cool and whatever. I don't know.
Shout out to the world.
Shout out to the world. Follow me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi, Giorgi, and on Instagram at SteffiG47. Peace and love.
Thank you, everyone, for so much for tuning in all season long. You guys have been incredible. Thanks for checking us out on iTunes and on YouTube. And you guys can check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Chloe West X. Love you. See you next season.
Bye-bye. Toodles.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.